We have an update. This is an update to a story we brought to you some months back, okay? A man who fatally ran over a black 10-year-old child has been acquitted. We have the details as to what happened. Last year we covered this. I'm going to remind you. Here it is.
Justice for Jordan Hill. Anything to say to the family? Oh, you spit? Yeah. I'm going to see who's going to spit on you when you go to jail. Justice for Jordan. You racist. Justice for Jordan. Wow. Justice for Jordan. He spit at the family.
He just spit.
There's no remorse.
He just spit.
And he drove his truck up here on a suspended license. Justice for Jordan.
Put it up. Woman. Justice for Jordan. Last year, we covered a man being arrested for fatally killing a black child in a hit and run. A hit and run. This happened, what you just saw. That was the family confronting this same individual. Sadly, justice would not come as Cody Rollinson, who was accused of the hit and run death of the young Jordan Hill, walked away a free man on the 15th of January. That video you just saw happened on the day of the not guilty verdict. Rollinson ran over this child with his pickup truck, left the child at the crash scene where the child died from his injuries on the afternoon of April 6, 2025. Hill had been riding an ATV in a grassy area on the side of the road, out of the way of traffic, according to a family spokesperson, Marquel Bridges, who spoke with local news station WLBT3 shortly after the crash. Rollinson faced charges of aggravated DUI and felony fleeing without rendering aid and was released on a $41,000 bond. According to news reports, Rollinson claimed he left Hill at the scene because he didn't have cell service to call 911 at the crash site. After a jury deliberated for about an hour, he was cleared of both charges. According to change.org, this is a petition circulated by a friend of the family. There were allegedly no skid marks in the road to show that Rollinson never slowed down. And family spokesperson Bridges said something more sinister was at play, characterizing Hill's death as a hate crime and not an accident. After the verdict, Hill's family told WLBT3 that a few jurors had prior knowledge of the case and should have been disqualified. Quote, "I still definitely want to get justice," end quote, said his sister Maria Woodward. Quote, "So I feel like we should still post him on platforms and just make him known so they won't let this die down," end quote. Wanda Brown, the mother of the victim, told WLBT3 she is, quote, crushed. In an off-camera interview, the boy's family looked completely stunned. Quote, "Shocked. I was shocked because you have all this evidence, facts, and it still was found not guilty." Brown said the unexpected verdict has shaken Brown's family and the local justice system. Quote, "I just felt that this justice system here just failed us because they had all the evidence. It was all presented in front of them. They had it. I don't understand why and how this could even happen." Jordan, put the picture of the child and the person who killed him together. Now, there is no dispute that he killed that child. That is not in dispute. So always know that will never be in dispute, period. Period. It is not in dispute that the state believed he was responsible for the death of that child. That's why they got an indictment and pursued charges. Not in question, according to the state. State said this man's a killer of a baby. That's what the state said. It is not in question that this child would be alive today if it had not been for that man you're looking at killing. Period. I want you to always properly contextualize the facts of a thing rather than the spin. He was found not guilty by a courtroom where a jury of his peers were impaneled. That is your legal standard in this justice system, as imperfect as it may be. That does not make him immune to the court of public opinion as an expressive means of fact. And the fact is he killed that child. Fact. All right, Sharon, thought.
I'm so disgusted. Could have been my son. Looked like
Yeah.
it could have been a young Dr. Rashad Richey. So much promise stripped away. A mother who I can't imagine as a mother wanting to even go on. You're the perfect messenger to keep awareness in the spotlight where it needs to be. These disgusting, tragic part of our fabric stories. But I just wish we could get to a place where we are seeing the vigor and the hurt and the pain represented more by people who don't look like us. Then to me, there's a realization that there's a mother who is missing her boy, who loves her boy as much as that white man loves his, as he spat at the family. If we could just get people who don't look like us to be so outraged, only then is there change. I'm just blown away by just the cruelty. You must think, even that little boy joyriding out there on the side of the road, enjoying himself like a child should, is an animal and undeserving of breath. I'm just so disgusted.
I concur with you wholeheartedly. Jordan, put up the picture of the mother again. It's tough to see this. Now that says everything in the picture of the emptiness and the void and the despair of what she's having to endure. I remember an old movie where a white attorney defending a black male who was accused of killing a white male for the sexual assault of his daughter. And the attorney told the true narrative of what happened to the daughter. And then he told the jury, now imagine the girl is white.
Mm-hmm.
And immediately you could feel the temperature, the energy in the room change.